Hold on to your hats, folks, because Jungle Cruise isn't your grandma's riverboat ride. We are talking a 4-century-old curse, a tree that's basically a walking pharmacy, and enough adventure to make Indiana Jones blush. It all starts with a ridiculously epic narration, think Lord of the Rings, but way more enthusiastic. We are introduced to the Tears of the Moon, a magical tree in the Amazon that can cure anything. Naturally, some power-hungry conquistadors, led by the delightfully villainous Don Aguirre, show up. These guys are less explorers and more, let's plunder and burn everything. They stumble into the jungle, get rescued by the locals, and then, in a classic, "Thanks for saving me, now I'm gonna torch your village" move, Aguirre burns the place down. All for a magical arrowhead, of course. Fast forward to 1916, and the adventure really kicks off. War Dr. Lily Horton. She's after the sacred arrowhead, snatched straight from the Amazon, all to cure every single ailment on the planet with moon tears. The scholars? They think she's bonkers. So Lily, in a totally badass jungle uniform, borrowed, naturally, raids the archives like a caffeinated squirrel. She finds the arrowhead, but, oh boy, she's not the only one. Enter Prince Joachim, a ridiculously rich, mustachioed German villain with world domination on his mind. He wants those moon tears for the glory of Germany. A chase ensues. Lily escapes with the flair of a drunken pirate, narrowly avoiding a very unpleasant meeting with the pavement thanks to a conveniently placed brother and a surprisingly cooperative boss. Then, with arrowhead in hand, Lily and her brother, well, that's a story for another day. Hold on to your hats, folks. A deadly Amazonian adventure, but even that's not as terrifying as facing Jeff Bezos on a bad day. We've got Dwayne, "The Rock" Johnson, The Rock, playing Frank, a boat captain whose recklessness is only matched by his atrocious dad jokes. Two can play at that game. But Frank's really in a pickle. He owes his boss, Nilo, a mountain of cash. Nilo's solution? Key confiscation. So, Frank, in a move smoother than a greased piglet, breaks into Nilo's office. He bumps into Lily, who thinks Frank is Nilo, and wants his help with an ancient map, a genuine Don Aguirre original. 400 years old. But Frank, ever the cautious and joke-telling skipper, thinks it's all a bit too much. Frank declines, but 20,000 for a boat trip? The scent of cash is intoxicating, and Frank caves. Unfortunately, McGregor and Nilo arrive. Lily's furious, but then, bam! Frank spots the sacred arrowhead. Suddenly, it's a bargain. And just when you think it couldn't get crazier, a jaguar. Convenient, huh? Frank wrestles it barehanded, because why not? Lily's smitten. Little does she know, Frank's got a pet jaguar, Proxima, who is totally in on the act. The next day, Joachim, our wonderfully over-the-top German villain, shows up with a submarine and a Gatling gun. Torpedoes are fired. This is getting wild. Hold on to your hats, folks. Our sub, dodging torpedoes like a caffeinated flea, boom, crashes into the harbor. Plot armor, baby. Meanwhile, Frank's cracking dad jokes, Lily groans, McGregor guffaws. Piranha for dinner? Why not? Then, bam, Lily's got this Tears of the Moon thing, world-saving power, she claims. Frank's skeptical, naturally. Suddenly, KAWHANG. Proxima's after McGregor. Lily discovers Frank's a fake fighter, betrayal. And elsewhere, Joachim's freeing his buddies, the arrowhead thieving goofballs, they need. Joachim, that smooth-talking river rat, promises freedom to a bunch of cursed fellas, in exchange for finding a legendary arrowhead. He splashes them with some magical river water, poof. They're transformed. Bees, snakes, a total bug and reptile rave. Next, our intrepid hero Frank and his crew are white-knuckle rafting through rapids that'd make a grizzly bear squeal. Then, bam, a waterfall. Seriously, a waterfall? The most cliché waterfall ever. But they survive, naturally, it's practically a superhero origin story. They land, start chopping wood, and Frank drops a Latin bomb on McGregor, totally impressing him. McGregor then subtly reveals a touch of rainbow-colored truth about his past, emphasizing the support of his steadfast friend Lily. Meanwhile, sneaky Lily's snooping through Frank's room, discovering his obsession with old vehicles, ancient drawings, and the sacred arrowhead. She confronts him, demanding answers. And Frank spills the beans, a long Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get wild. He was after the tears of the moon, a total cliche, I know, but he's bailed. Left behind a mountain of maps, all courtesy of Don Alighieri's amazing cartographer, naturally. Meanwhile, bam, McGregor gets tranquilized. Lily and Frank, same story. Suddenly they're prisoners of the Puka Michuna tribe, talk about a bad vacation. Turns out, traitor Sam, their leader, is in on it. He wants the arrowhead back, but wait for it, Lily escapes, attacks the tribe, and it's all a setup. Frank, the sneaky dog, was working with them to rip off tourists. McGregor and Lily, they're not happy, roundhouse kicks all around. But then, a breakthrough. Traitor Sam translates the arrowhead, the tears of the moon bloom only during the blood moon. And guess what? It's in 2 days. Plus, they need to fix a broken heart, sounds like a cliché rom-com, doesn't it? Then, out of nowhere, the cursed conquistadors attack. Jungle magic, full on. Don Alighieri, the big cheese himself, appears before Frank and Lily. Whoa, hold on to your hats. This guy, Frank, or should I say Francisco? He's got snake powers. Others? Beehive powers. Swamp and toad powers. Seriously, our hero snatches an arrowhead, passes it to Alighieri, who then, bam, stabs Frank. But Frank throws the arrow right back at Lily. Then, splash, into the river he goes. Ouch. Lily and Sam escape, but McGregor breaks a leg, clumsy. The cursed river dudes chase the arrow but get all lost in the jungle. Jungle's got good. They send bees for help. Next morning, Lily finds Frank alive, sword through the chest, and he's still kicking. Turns out, he's Francisco Lopez de Heredia, and he's, get this, 400 years old. Everyone's jaw drops, except Sam, who knew all along. Lily pulls out the sword, Johnny Depp did it better, let's be honest, and Frank's still breathing. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a wild ride. Injured McGregor's stuck with the Puka Matuna tribe, tough luck, champ. Meanwhile, magical bees are buzzing Prince Joachim with a vital clue, the arrowhead's location. Lily, our amazing boat patching heroine, fixes Frank up just in time for his shocking tale. Seems our villain, Alighieri, wasn't always evil. His daughter was desperately ill, and he vowed to get the legendary Tears of the Moon to save her. Oh, poor guy. Frank, the map-making genius, the one Lily has, was along for this tear-jerking quest. Men died, but the tribe used the Tears of the Moon to save the day, until Alighieri asked for some and was refused. Things went south fast. Alighieri, in a fit of rage, knifed the chief. Chaos. Then, his daughter grabbed the arrowhead, and Frank, our conscience-having cartographer, stopped Alighieri's rampage. Talk about a twist. Whoa, Alighieri gets stabbed, while the chief's daughter makes a daring escape with his arrow. Talk about bad luck. The chief, furious, unleashes a river-bound curse. Alighieri and his crew, stuck, forever circling the jungle's watery prison. Years pass, Alighieri and Frank clash. Then bam, Frank traps them, a cave far from the cursed river. The jungle tries its trick, but they're stuck. Frank, he builds a town, makes friends, but they all perish. He's immortal, but utterly alone. The Tears of the Moon? Nah, too far from the river. So, he becomes a boat captain, a cursed riverboat captain. Meanwhile, Sam and McGregor, peaceful canoe trip? No. Prince Joachim bursts in, grabs McGregor, and threatens to wipe out the Puka Matuna people. McGregor spills the beans on Lily's location, then, splat, Joachim kills the bees. Secrecy is key, folks. Lily and Frank, finally. But wait, an underwater lever. Frank's a big fella, so it's tiny Lily to the rescue. Down she dives, oh, trapped. Mouth-to-mouth time, folks. While Frankie's fending off piranhas, seriously, piranhas? Lily pulls the lever, water drains, and she's drowning. Dramatic. Good thing Frank's a hero. Phew, a hidden temple. London trip for Frank? No. Retirement. But wait, more drama. Joachim's submarine arrives, and bam, they're captured. A rogue bee? Seriously? Joachim grabs the arrow, Immortal King plans, anyone? Off to the temple, but, surprise. The tree's dead. Dust. Talk about an anticlimactic ending to an otherwise wild ride. They demand to know how to bloom that tree. Frank and Lily, bless their hearts, agree for a petal. But wait, a broken heart needs fixing. Turns out, the arrow? A heart. Not broken, so they break it. Inside, a glowing ruby. Boom. Ruby and heart in place, blood moon rises, the tree explodes into bloom, showering everyone with moon tears. Amidst the chaos, Lily, bam, shoots Frank. Joachim smirking, thinking he's won, heading for those petals, but Frank's not done. Attack on the boat crew. Lily, a total badass, pushes a guy, grabs a branch, the moon's fading, the tree's dying, okay, maybe the moon's a little fast, but she snags a petal. The branch cracks, she falls. Joachim wants that petal, but Lily tosses it to Frank. And that, my friends, is how it's done. Whoa, Joachim's hanging, dangling like a bad Christmas ornament, but our hero grabs him, yanking them both back to action. Then bam, Aguirre and his goons swarm in. Frank, clutching the magic petal, wrapped like a precious burrito, ditches McGregor and Proxima with a heartfelt, I love Lily, before leading the conquistadors on a wild goose chase, literally. He's battling them off, sword fighting like a caffeinated ninja. Meanwhile, Joachim's attacking Lily and McGregor, but McGregor's a powerhouse, pulverizing Joachim with some seriously unfortunate rockfall action. McGregor reveals Frank's love confession. Oh, and that pedal? It's with McGregor. Then, crash. The boat explodes, blocking the river, draining the whole swamp. They're stuck, turning to stone again. But wait, Frank's with them. Lily pops the pedal in his mouth. Nothing happens. Ha, just kidding. Of course it worked.